So, you've burnt your bridges. And what now? You're not alone, my friend. Everyone in their lifetime will have burnt at least one bridge. One bridge that they regret burning. Or perhaps a bridge that cannot be rebuilt again. A bridge with someone or something that you feel was vital to your existence or your ability to develop into the person to make the connections that you want. Myself, and it is hard to admit, it's hard to say out loud because it brings a tear to my eye when I am alone, when I'm thinking about it. I have burnt many bridges, unnecessarily, due to ego, due to pride, due to my lack of self-awareness, due to lack of foresight into the future, thinking about myself in the present moment, and allowing emotion to take over logic. That being said, I understand this. You can never burn too many bridges to the point where you can no longer form more stronger bridges. And in this day and age, with social media and the like, I do believe that even those burnt bridges can once again be rebuilt. To a certain degree, of course. But say they can't be rebuilt. Say some of these connections that you made, and due to ego or whatever the reason, that bridge was burnt. Prematurely, rightfully, wrongfully. And now you're stuck thinking about the past. Thinking about what could have been, or people who could have supported you, connections that you could still have. What to do about it now? You must forgive yourself. You must allow the feeling of regret, remorse, of embarrassment even, to sit with you, and you must accept it. Because who you were then when you were burning the bridges is not who you are now. Like I said, we've all burnt bridges, at least one. We all feel this regret, remorse, embarrassment about the past for perhaps decisions we made when we were less mature, when we were less aware, when we didn't understand what it truly meant. And now that you have this understanding, this is the sign. This is your body and your mind telling you that it's time to let go of the past, to foster new connections, and to learn from your mistakes, and to rebuild or foster new bridges, rebuild new bridges that you won't burn, because you are the person who ultimately does not play with fire anymore. You found the strength in you once you allow yourself to feel these emotions from the past, to strengthen your present self, and you will no longer be an arsonist. There's no need to be an arsonist. Sometimes I get caught up in myself, and I think I have to stop talking to someone, or I get so emotionally involved that I'm sure we all have these feelings, that you just can't be friends anymore with a lover, or you can't keep connections with people of your past because of some wrong that you perceive that they did to you, or perhaps something that you did and that you regret a mistake. But you learn from these things. You have to keep going. You cannot concentrate on the bridges that have been burnt or that are unrepairable, if they are. Or if they no longer are in your life and there's no point in rebuilding because it's in the past and you have taken different paths. Sometimes it's not even that you burnt a bridge. Sometimes it's just that paths don't align the way that you previously thought they did, with a mindset that was less aware than it is now. And you can convince yourself that perhaps that connection could have prevailed into the future, and you think that you burnt that bridge or something like that, but some paths do cross, and the universe, God, only knows why, because you are not omnipotent or omniscient. But it's not that it's your fault. It's simply that those paths were meant to cross and then separate. And so I'll leave you with this. I too myself am reconciling with past notions of myself, my mistakes, my misunderstandings about people in the past. Perhaps people thought a certain way of me that I depicted, that I showed them, that I showed the world due to ego or pride, that now I am not that person anymore. That no longer represents who I am. And I invite you to grow from this experience, just as I am. And as we grow together, we will foster new connections. A connection right now, you and me through this camera. And with more awareness and a heart that is open to new connections, and a heart that is no longer an arsonist, no longer needs fire, we will build a brighter future. And I believe this. Thank you for watching. Good day.